Patriot Hour for Thursday, March 26th. Did a live show earlier today. It was great. Hope you were able to join us. All right, so we got some breaking news here we're going to get into. It looks like a first indictment coming out of the Justice Department. The first of many, I suspect. We got Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro. Narcoterrorism charges. Says they conspired to flood U.S. with cocaine. So we're going to jump right into that again here at the Patriot Hour. Encourage you to always think for yourself. Come to your own conclusions. Listen to everyone you want. Subscribe to everything. Read everything. Watch CNN, Fox News. Dig for D-Class. Look at all that. All right, if you can get your hands on some good declassification, you can never go wrong, folks, ever. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this story here. And again, I don't have an image tied with the redoing. I've moved some folders around, so let me take a second here to get an image. I could probably just do one like... Let me do that. And then I'll just turn that off. Okay, so Justice Department indicates Venezuela Nicolas Maduro aids on narcoterrorism charges, says he conspired to flood the U.S. with cocaine. And there you go. There's a picture of the guy right here. So Nicolas Maduro effectively converted Venezuela into a criminal enterprise at the service of the drug traffickers and terrorist groups as he and his allies stole billions from the South American country. The Justice Department charged in several indictments against the embattled socialist and his inner circle that were made public today, Thursday. And just for the record, 3/26/2020. One indictment by prosecutors in the New York accused Maduro and Socialist Party boss, Diosdado Cabello, of conspiring with Colombian rebels and members of the Venezuelan military to flood the United States with cocaine and use the drug trade as a weapon against America. Criminal acts to advance a drug and weapons conspiracy that prosecutors contend dates back to the start of the Hugo Chavez Revolution in 1999. Courting occurred in places as far afield as Aruba, Syria, Mexico, Honduras, and Iran, the indictment alleged. In coordination actions, prosecutors in Miami charged the head of the Maduro-stacked Supreme Court, Mikel Marino, with money laundering. Maduro's other key plank of power, the military, also took a hit as May 2019 charges against Defense Minister Jen Valdemir Padrino were unsealed from Washington. As the indictments were announced, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that the State Department would offer cash rewards up to $55 million for information leading to the arrest or convictions of Maduro and his associates. It offered reward up to $15 million for Maduro and up to $10 million for each of the others. The Maduro regime is awash in corruption and criminality. The U.S. Attorney General William Barr said in an online news conference from Washington, while the Venezuelan people suffer, this cabal lines their pockets with drug money and proceeds of their corruption, and this has to come to an end. Couldn't agree more. You don't think they had connections to anybody maybe elsewhere? The shock indictment of functioning head of state is highly unusual and is a bound to ratchet up some tensions between Washington and the carcass as the spread of the coronavirus threatens to collapse Venezuela's health system and oil-dependent economy driven deep into the ground by years of corruption and U.S. sanctions. Analysts said that the action could boost the U.S. President Donald Trump's re-election chances in the key swing state of Florida, which he won by a narrow margin in 2016. and where Venezuelans, Cubans, and Nicaraguans fleeing authoritarian regimes politically have political muscle. But it is unclear how it brings Venezuela any closer to ending a 15-month standoff between Maduro, who has a support of Russia and China, and the U.S.-backed opposition leader Juan Guaidó. And it could also could fragment the U.S.-led coalition against Maduro if the European Latin America allies think that the Trump administration is overreaching. This kind of action does nothing to help a negotiated solution, something that's already really difficult, said Roberta Jacobson, who served as the State Department's top diplomat for the Latino America until 2018. So Maduro, a 57-year-old former bus driver, portrays himself as an everyman icon for the Latin American left. He's long accused the U.S. empire of looking for any excuse to take control of the world's largest oil reserves, likening its plotting to the 1989 invasion of Panama and the removal of a strongman, Manuel Noriega, to face drug trafficking charges in Florida. Barr and Elliot Abrams, a State Department special envoy in Venezuela, are driving the hawkish U.S. stance toward Maduro, much as they push for Noriega's ouster in the late 1980s. U.S. officials see other parallels as well. Noriega transformed Panama into a playground for violent international drug cartels, while the Trump administration has accused Maduro and his U.S. military henchmen of harboring drug traffickers, guerrillas from Colombia, and even Hezbollah as a designated terrorist group. When I was first getting in, I remember the whole Noriega. Now, again, I mean, there's things to be said on both sides of that, but these people do harbor the activities. It's literally like not good. I don't care what, your other stances are. And I'm not saying everything's good on, I just believe this time is different. It's not the typical, we're going to oust somebody so we get our guy in and then we take control of the oil. That's always been the said reason. Nobody's ever wanted to talk about the traffickings or the drugs that actually kill and the people that are harmed in those own countries by these people because of the things they partake in. So this goes on and on and on a little bit, it looks like. I could read it a little bit more, but I guess we get the picture. So, but to the surprise of many, Chavez's hand-picked hair had stubbornly clung to power, withstanding months of street protests last year and even a U.S.-backed military revolt, while the millions of Venezuelan migrants flee hyperinflation and widespread food shortages. So the Trump administration raised the ante last fall, withdrawing support for the Norway-sponsored mediation effort and extending sanctions so that even foreign companies faced retaliation for extending Maduro a lifeline. So separately, Barr, echoing calls from the Florida Republican Senator Marco Rubio, prioritized investigations into Maduro's inner circle, according to two people who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal Justice Department deliberations. The pressure to deliver, the people said, went into overdrive around the time Guaidó visited Washington in February, and Trump praised him as a guest of the State of the Union, addressed a very brave man who carries with him the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of all Venezuelans. But the spread of the coronavirus pandemic delayed the announcement, which was originally scheduled for March 16th, according to the people. So the virus likely is to further distract Washington's attention and threatens to splinter the opposition, some of whom have expressed a willingness to work with the Maduro to stem the whole ongoing crisis here, folks. We'll see how this plays out, but looks like they have issued what I believe to be the first of many, many indictments. People didn't think it could happen. This isn't nothing. It's pretty big. Because with all of with all of that, Justice Department indicts Venezuela, narco-terrorism charges. Lots of things come with that, folks. Drug traffickers and terrorist groups. There's lots of other things that'll come along, we just know. Trafficking, human. Why not? That's what weapons. All right, I just want to bring you that quick update. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you. We'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video. Coming here real soon this evening. I'm already working on things, you know it. So, God bless.